Hey there, guys. I haven't really done a lot with Brave XVS this weekend. There's just not a lot been going on. The only new trial is the Iron Giant. That trial is just a super easy and no real point to rerun it. And then Dark Visions I did last week. But we're going to go for another clear on Kokuryu. This is going to be a not perfect score clear. This is more for those of you that just don't have the units, you're having problems killing the boss, but you do have Savior Lightning. Savior Lightning can almost solo this by yourself with a tiny bit of support, depending on your gear, of course. But we're going to be using this team. So we're going to be using Savior Lightning and someone to chain with her. In this case, we're going to take Pyro Lastwell. But you can take any triple cast Absolute Mirror of Equity chainer with her you want. So this is the team we're going to be using. So Lightning is using really good gear. The rest of the team is not. But she is using a double-hander with a good variance, full Dragon Killer, full LB damage, and there is her setup. She's going to be doing LB pretty much every turn. So she's got 300 LB damage and 300 Dragon Killer. She's going to pretty much carry this fight. Pyro Lastwell is using no STMRs. He's using, I guess, quote-unquote budget gear for the most part. Here's his setup, a little bit of mana regen because he is kind of mana thirsty. And there we go. He's got, a card, etc. He's got max Dragon Killer because he gears for Dragon Killer really easily. But if you have someone else, just gear them for Dragon Killer and support chaining. And there you go. Shira is going to need to be... let me actually give him... Because I ran a test run, and he actually ran a little bit low on mana. So we'll just give him something with an MP fill. There we go. He has a higher MP pool. There we go. So he has 10 auto limit, and he's using the Dragon's Brush and the Call of the Wild. This is going to be 10 auto limit per turn for 3-star Shira. He's going to entrust every turn, including on turn 1. That's going to be important for the way we're doing this. Lauren is not really geared. She doesn't need to be. We're overkilling this by a good amount. If you need more damage, gear up Lauren, and she can contribute. But we're going to use her just as a support unit for the most part. There we go. Dual wielding with that stuff. Zahn, again, dual wielding with his TMR equip so he can triple cast. And we gave him auto bravery to spread an attack buff to everyone. It's helpful because we're not stealing an attack buff on the first rotation. So there we go. And then Duke, 1,000 needles and some mana regen. He does need 1,000 needles. Technically, Duke doesn't need 1,000 needles for this turn for this setup because Lightning does it. But this setup can be kind of replicated with like last gen or something by swapping out Lightning, and he wouldn't do Mirage. So we're going to use Mirage with Duke just as an example. So Shira is going to entrust over to Zahn, and Zahn's going to do Mirage on turn 1. His LB is a double Mirage, so that handles it for this turn and next turn. And make sure you do that before Duke jumps. You don't want him landing next turn having missed the Mirage. So now Duke's going to Super Heaven's Fall Spear. Lauren is going to just cast Blade of Singularity. Lightning's going to just cast ATB Charge. And Lastwell can just guard here. This is a setup turn. Alright, so there's the AoE attack. There it is. Alright, Duke's going to land here. Now we're going to shift Lauren, and we're going to do both her cooldowns, Bright Storm and Supernova, and then Lightning Blade Dance for the Imbue. Wait for this to finish. Alright, now Zahn is going to Reflector. We're going to Critical on Duke for the Killer, Elemental on Lauren for the Imbue, and then Projected Mirror. Wait for this to finish. Alright, Shira is going to entrust to Lightning, who is going to LB with Lastwell, who will triple cast Absolute Mirror of Equity. And let's go. So Lightning's LB, it applies an Amplify after being used. So the first LB is a little bit weak, and then all her future LBs will be a lot stronger. But as you can see, during like the setup LB, we already did 12%, and we're going to start doing more in a moment. So now Lauren is going to do Thunderstorm Blade Dance, the 130 Imperil that we unlocked to get a good Imperil up. Let's see. Duke is now going to 1,000 Needles every turn. Now again, Lightning's LB does apply Mirage. We don't technically need Duke to do that. But if you swap out Lightning with another DPS, you would need that. And then Zahn, Zahn can just whatever on this turn. And let's go ahead and chain. As you see, we're doing respectable damage here. Alright, Shira's going to entrust again. We Mirage again. Now we're going to go ahead and get that chain count score in. So we're going to triple Stardust Ray with Zahn and Lauren. This is going to add 60 to the chain count. So we're going to go ahead and send our chainers, and then we're going to send our Stardust Ray units. And that's going to tag that chain all the way to 100 to give us 100 points on the chain parameter. And the boss is at 59%. And as this is with Naked Lauren, you could be gearing Lauren and chaining on turns 4 and 5. But, like I said, we don't really need it. Because right here, we're going to push the boss below 50. And boom, 44%. Lauren can just imperil again. Zahn can just whatever. And now the boss is going to self-break. Now, our buffs are wearing off, so I could wait until like turn 10 and kill and steal the buffs again. But because this is just an example video, we're just going to go ahead and kill the boss right here. So we're going to entrust and just kill it. Now, the damage score is going to be a lot lower than it would be if I had spent 5 more turns setting up. Oh, did I not even... Oh, the boss is still mitigating. Okay, well, in that case, I guess I may as well go for a real clear. So let's Elementals on and Criticals on. Lauren can just imperil again. Duke can whatever. Okay, that's kind of funny. So we will just entrust. Let's see. Let me see. Lightning. How's your imbue? Your amplify? 3 turns. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's go ahead and do this. But anyway, at this point we already won, as you can see. We'll just do this. We'll do this. We will critical on lightning. Guard. Zahn has all the buffs. Alright, Zahn, I think one more turn to spread. Yeah, one more turn to spread. Whatever. And let's see what kind of damage we deal. Let's spread the buffs. LB and triple LB. Or triple absolute mirror of equity. So we're not going to get a perfect score or anything. But we got perfect in everything except damage dealt. And we scored whatever. The point was we got to clear in, which was the idea here. So just save your lightning. Save your lightning is geared really, really well. Pyro Ghost Flashwell was geared in budget gear. Lauren was completely naked. We got to clear in, was all that matters. So there you go. Hope it's been helpful. See you guys next time.